What's up, guys? It's Coach Matt with our Thursday workout. We got some intervals today, and you should know that we are kind of tapering down into the weekend. So today it is intervals, but it is not meant to be drop dead sprint, like kill you intervals. Something to give you a little, sink your teeth into, but don't make it too crazy if you are planning on getting a hard Gaza in this weekend. So we're gonna start with some handstand kick-ups. If you wanna do these on the floor, you may. If you wanna do them against the wall, you may do a pike walk-up on a bench or a wall walk-up. Any of those are just fine. And then we get some single leg heel taps. This is another one of those lower extremity rehab exercises. Doesn't feel like you're doing much on the first few reps, but by the time you get into like the 15, 17, 19 reps, you should have a pretty good burn going on in your legs. And you should hit the extent of your ankle range of motion every single time you go down, and then squeeze the glute and squeeze the quad every time you come up, okay? Next one, we're gonna have some scap rows. So we're gonna set up your ring row for later on in the workout. But for the warm up, we're just doing scapular rows. So this is a slow, smooth squeeze and extend. You probably can't even see from all the way over there, but only my shoulder blade is moving. My elbows are staying totally straight. I'm shrugging as far forward as I can, and then shrugging as far backward as I can against the tension of the rings with my body in that kind of 45-degree angle or angled position relative to the ground, all right? Next one, we're gonna do seal press to cat-cow. So press up from a seal, and then all the way up, arch to the sky, and then cow towards the ground. And then the last thing is just some practice push press reps. And since we're getting a couple rounds of this, I want you to try the first round with an empty bar, second round with maybe a little bit of weight, third round a little bit more weight, maybe your workout weight on the bar. But the pause push press, the pause is going to be at the bottom of the dip, and then drive up and extend, okay? The point of that is a lot of times in the dip is where we introduce momentum forward or backward, right? Where I'll dip forward, I'll go up on my toes, and then I'll end up shooting forward and like kind of running to catch the bar, right? What we'd like to do is move that bar in a vertical path only, right? So that when I dip down, my back remains totally straight, vertical up and down. And then when I drive up, only my head moves out of the way for that bar to move vertically, okay? So that'll be the drill, the skill work for today. And again, work up in weight as you go through those 3 rounds of the warm up. When we get to the intervals, it's 3 6-minute intervals, and it'll be a minute on the bike, and then a 30-second rest where you can go and get to your equipment. And then it'll be a 3-minute AMRAP, with my intent being like you get maybe 1.5 rounds in, depending on how hard you're pushing, but definitely try to get 1 complete round of this. It starts with push press. Those will be from the ground. So we pick up our bar to the shoulders, and it's just dip, drive, press, reset for 5 reps, and then set the bar down. When you finish your push press, we're gonna go and get 10 reps of a ring row. So feet underneath the rings, elbows straight at the bottom, and then row until the rings touch your rib cage, right? And again, on the ring rows, try to push down so we're engaging the lats, and then drive those elbows back at an angle behind your body as opposed to pulling up towards your face, okay? Next one, it'll be a farmer carry. The farmer carry is going to be, we'll have those set up in the middle of the room with some cones to go around. It'll be 2 laps of the room. So if I start over here and I get in line and I do my laps, I'll finish 1 lap, finish my 2nd lap right where I started off. And then wherever you're at, just try not to stop in the middle of the flow path for the other people that are doing it, all right? And then back to your push press. If you can get a 2nd round, get a 2nd round, right? And that is the workout. After that, 1 minute and 30-second rest. So it'll be bike a minute, 30 seconds rest, do your 3-minute AMRAP, minute 30 rest. We're doing that whole sequence 3 times, okay? And that is the workout for today. Have a great one. I'll see you guys on Friday.